Hey guys, it's your girl Tamika from LJ's Kitchen, and today we are going to cook some pan-seared halibut. Really simple. We just want to make sure our halibut is patted very dry. We're going to season it up just with a little bit of sea salt. It's nice and thick. We are going to put them right in a pan. And we are going to do inside down. No. Flesh side down. Presentation style down. I can't get it out today. All right. So this is the skin side. This is the presentation side. So we're just going to sear our presentation side first. And sometimes I give it just a little push. I like to give it a little push, just to make sure all surfaces are covered. And we're going to let that go for probably about 3 minutes, maybe 4, until we get a nice crust on it. I have it on a lower heat setting because I don't want it to burn. So it's been about 4 minutes, and I kind of rotate my pan a little bit because I don't want to touch the fish. So let's just look at that beautiful crust that's on there. Can you see that? That is beautiful. So you want to avoid turning your fish at all times. Sometimes I like to crush the other sides of it before I turn it for thicker pieces like this, so it can look like all sides are cooked. I know it's really loud, but you let that go for about another minute. And then you do the other sides as well. And I'm going to stick this in a 400-degree oven for just about 3 minutes, and the fish will be completely cooked all the way through. Let's get this turned. And we're going to stick this in a 400-degree oven, and then I'm going to make a beurre blanc. And I'm going to put a little twist on a beurre blanc to cover this, to sit this in. It's going to be beautiful. I'll show you in a bit. Also, I did forget to mention, because I did season one side, when it gets into the pan, I do season the other side. I forgot to mention it because I don't want you to think that I did not season both sides. So, yes, you season both sides always. Anything I ever do, I'm always seasoning. That's important. So just some plain sea salt I use, or kosher salt. You can absolutely use. 4 minutes. We're going to flip it over. This is the last 2 pieces that I have. And then we're going to put them all in a 400-degree oven together. To finish this up and make a beurre blanc sauce, we are going to add in shallots. On a medium setting, I'm going to add in some shallots. We are going to add in some wine, probably about 3/4 of a cup of wine, and I'm just using white wine that I had some left over. We're going to let that cook down, and I know that you can always add your lemon. But instead of me cutting this first, I'm going to use the zest of half of the lemon, and then I'm going to use half of the lemon in this sauce. So when this heats through and reduces down about halfway, 3/4 of a way, then I will take you to the next step. We're going to add some cream, which is different. We don't always add cream, and then we are going to add our butter. All right, so that's enough lemon zest. I don't want it too lemony. But I'm going to squeeze half a lemon. Also, I usually squeeze it up so I don't get the seeds in. Just a half a lemon. See, these seeds can jump out of nowhere. So I'm just going to squeeze this in here. We're going to just let this nicely reduce down. And then we'll go to the next step. Those shallots and that wine smells so good. I can't wait to show you this. I know it's a lot of steam, but you'll get to see it. Okay, so this is almost like cooked down. If you can see, I know it's a lot of steam. So at this point, I'm just going to add in just about a tablespoon of cream. Let me get a spoon and stir it. And then I'm going to add in some sea salt, just a little, some unsalted butter also, but you want to make sure your unsalted butter is cold, and just a little bit of white pepper I'm going to add in, just because I want some. And then you start adding in your cold butter, and you just keep stirring until your butter disappears. Just keep stirring, keep stirring. This is a butter sauce, so you're going to add in cold butter. And it depends on how much sauce you're making. Determines how much butter you put in. So, you know, for me, I'm doing a lot of sauce, so I'm adding a whole stick of butter. And you don't want to stop. At this point, I'm going to turn it down, but you don't want to stop stirring it. You want to make sure your butter totally dissipates in this sauce. So when I get it all emulsified, because I don't want it to break, so I don't want to stop. We have lemon juice in there, we have wine, we have a shallot. You can also use vinegar instead of the lemon juice, white wine vinegar. Just a little bit of that. And our sauce is coming together very, very nicely. I'm loving the way it looks. So we have like one more piece of butter to get in here. And this is looking really nice. And at this point, I can almost take it off of the, let me just cut this off. I can take it off of the burner. And look, you just keep stirring and make sure it gets nice and creamy. And that's it. That's your butter sauce. It's seasoned well. We use unsalted butter. We used a pinch of sea salt. We use some lemon juice. You can put fresh herbs in there too. I'm going to use parsley. I'm just going to put some parsley in. Just like so. It makes it look so pretty. And I've made this sauce for you guys 100 times. But I never made it with adding a little cream in it. So I tried it this time and it looks beautiful. I love the way it looks. Nice presentation for if you have guests. I love lemons, so I use lemon zest and a half of a lemon. But look, it's done. Look at how creamy it looks. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. So now I'm just going to sit my fish back in here and it's going to be beautiful. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like because our fish is done. Okay, so I'm going to try to bring this a little bit closer so that you can see even better. But our fish is done. And this is the skin side. So we're going to turn it over to the flesh side and just sit it right in the pan. If you put it in the pan that you're heating it in the oven, on skin side up, you want the skin side up so it can stay nice and moist. Even if the skin is removed from it, you want it to still stay nice and moist. All right, so we're just going to get this back in a pan. This sauce is so forgiving. It stays very nicely. I'm just going to put some fresh lemons on there and some more parsley, just like so. Look how pretty that is. Okay. That looks so pretty. My lemons are not looking the best, but we're going to get some lemons on there. Okay, do we have one more lemon? Yeah, here we go. So how pretty is this? And doesn't this look great? And you can have this for Thanksgiving also. Thanksgiving doesn't always have to be super traditional. I'm just getting the seed that I see. Super traditional. You can add some nice dishes to your Thanksgiving table. Look at how perfect this beurre blanc sauce came out. Like, you cannot get this in a restaurant for cheap. Lots of people can make a beurre blanc sauce, but not like this. Yummy. We had some shallots in there. Make that fish taste really good. And then we made our creamy mashed potatoes that are super light and airy. And we did a video on each of those. And we just paired it with a huge salad. And you pair it with a huge salad because you want to make sure that your family is eating healthy. Of course, you could do asparagus, spinach, and all of that, but I thought this salad was just perfect for this. So this is what's for dinner tonight: pan-seared halibut with a beurre blanc sauce, salad, mashed potatoes. Yummy. Watch this video on my YouTube. I promise you, you will love it for Thanksgiving.